Hi, how are you? I'm Mr. Muso. Today we want to talk about European history. We want to talk about the French Revolution. Here is our question. How far was the discontent amongst the peasants responsible for the outbreak of the French Revolution? So the first thing when you are given a question that we are supposed to do is to underline the keywords. Our keywords are how far discontent among peasants responsible outbreak of the French Revolution. So we are going to divide our question into two. We are going to talk about the discontent of the peasant. Then on the other side, we also talk about the other classes that were also not pleased about what was taking place in France, which eventually attributed to the revolution of 1789. So let's talk about the peasants. The working conditions were so horrible. Accommodation was so horrible. Health facilities were horrible. They did not have freedom to express their thoughts or their minds. Issue of taxation, etc., etc. That on its own explains why the peasants had to rebel, had to revolt in 1789. They wanted to be part and parcel of the government, but they were not part and parcel of the government, so that led them to rebel in 1789. But however, on the other side, you talk about the role that was played by the lesser nobility, the role that was played by the nobility of the robe. They also wanted to enjoy the same privileges that were enjoyed by the upper nobilities. You talk about the peasants or the bourgeoisie. They were preaching about the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Those ideals led people to rebel in 1789. You talk about the priests. They were also not enjoying the bishops and the archbishops. They were enjoying at the expense of these priests. So because of that now, they had to rebel in 1789. So this is how we answer this question. We divide it into two. The role that was played by the peasants. On the other side, you talk about the role that was played by the other classes in causing the revolution of 1789. Thank you so much. I'm Mr. Muso.